So it says here that you're suing for 50% custody and that you're a, quote, great dad. What kind of a dad could a what kind of a father are you? Why would I believe that?
I mean, I do it all. I do it all, Your Honor. I'm a super dad. I mean, super dad. I'm talking about Batman dad, Spider-Man dad. You understand what I'm saying, Your Honor?
Excuse me, your hors d'oeuvres. Can I say something?
Well, Super Dad, I'm going to consider that photo abuse of the children because they were too close to the barbecue grill.
I read my baby's bedtime stories in bed.
Do you expect for me to really believe you read to the children?
Your officer, can I say something?
I'll let you convict him in a second.
This is preposterous.
What was that word?
Preposterous.
Well, preposterously, hand over your credit cards.
He needs to hand over his EBT, Green Dot, and Netflix codes, too.
Oh, he has Cash App, does he?
How am I supposed to pay my rent, my bills? How am I supposed to get to work?
You need to quit those little jobs anyway and stop trying to go to school to be a doctor.
This is preposterous.
Well, it's not my fault you weren't on your A game. So, hand over the house.
Preposterous. I'm getting older, and she's getting younger with my money.
Yes, well, I'm going to consider that compliment to her as abuse. Hand over your driver's license and your car.
Yana, please. What about me?
I don't want that old car. I need a brand new 2035 model.
And the shirt off your back, sir.
What else is y'all gonna take from me? The tattoos off my skin? Damn, that's cold, Yana. I mean, do I ever get to see my kid?
Yes, now, it says here that she has 3 children, and, they're all yours.
And Mr. Wong's.
Why?
At least Mr. Wang's feet don't stink after working 18 hours.
Why?
Who's Mr. Wong?
Just look at these two. You can tell they ain't mine.
Well, I'm gonna make you pay child support for all 3 anyway. Case dismissed.
Why?
This is Father's Time for A-Game TV. Looks like they gave him the Kanye Cosby. Wow. Could you tell us just what happened in there to you today, sir?
I feel 60 years older. I really need to get on my A game.
Come on, y'all, let's go get you a new daddy.
You should try A-Game. Yep, it's an all-natural supplement that'll help you get your energy, go back in there and win.
I feel great again. I feel like myself. I feel like I'm on my A game.
A-Game will keep you out of custody court.
No, it won't.
Okay, maybe it won't, but it sure will give you the natural energy and vitality you'll need to stand up under the pressure.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow.
Hello. Hello, everybody. How is everyone? Hopefully everybody's doing fine. We gonna talk about it. Walaikum assalam, Matrix. The music that is an intro to my show is actually one of the music choices from YouTube's library. If you're selective and you have an ear, YouTube's library actually has some really interesting tracks to use. So I went ahead and used one of them because I didn't want to have to try to find other music and hopefully it was royalty free and then I'm getting dinged for it, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to find that theme. So it's actually YouTube's free music. Thank you, Miss Lou Casey, for kicking everything off, beloved. Thank you so much. So we're gonna talk. We're going to show a short clip of what T.D. Jakes actually said. We may talk about that for a moment. And then I'm going to show you a clip of at least one black woman's response to it. And her response is not uncommon, but we're going to talk about that. So let me go ahead, and it's super short too, the clip. So I'm gonna just share the screen super quickly. And here we go.
Raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your femininity. You are applauded in the contemporary society by how tough, rough, nasty, mean, aggressive, hateful, possessive you are, and you are climbing the corporate ladder, but we are losing our families. I know you can buy your own car. I know you can buy your own house. But until you create a need that I can pour into, I have no place in your life. So stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning. We are raising up women.
Once I think was enough because you're gonna hear it again anyways. Let me stop sharing. Okay. Okay. So we heard what he said. Thank you, Osa. Said, love this channel. The stream of consciousness here is divine. Much respect. So thank you so much. There's probably a longer clip. I couldn't necessarily find one that was longer than that. Thank you, Pound for Pound. Say, hey, beloved, I'm still around. Glad to have caught up with the cooking this afternoon. Thank you so much. He not wrong. He not wrong. In that clip of what he said, thank you, Norin. Thank you so much, sweetheart. He not wrong. In that clip, he's not wrong. And I'm not a T.D. Jakes fan by any stretch of the imagination. He's not wrong for what he said. And we're going to examine what he said, right? Because he was talking about how Black women are reared up and geared up in this masculine frame. And nobody recognizes or knows Black women for being feminine. Black women are known, and in this, as he said, contemporary society, they are lauded for or encouraged for. Thank you, Philip. Said TD might have to take a hit on the ties, but at least he cluing in a day late, but we'll take it. Thank you, Zahira. Said sister been broke, but here's something for the fish fry. Thank you so much, beloved. So they've been applauded for this masculinity, this pseudo masculinity that they have, right? And being, like he said, being rough and being mean and being ugly and nasty, but being able to climb the corporate ladder. In other words, being able to pursue profession and wealth and leisure at the cost of their spirituality. Where have we seen that before? Where have we seen that before? Okay? Now, just because he wasn't wrong, I'm going to still stand on his neck just a little bit. And not just him in particular, but he gonna get some pushback regardless of the fact that he told the truth right here. And the reason why these same Black women that he's critiquing today are going to push back. Thank you, Lion of Judah. Said T.D. Jakes has been trolling the manosphere. The reason why he's going to get the pushback is because it's been preachers like him who have encouraged that behavior. We're going to talk about that today. Thank you, Marcus. Thank you, Too Tall. It's been these big prosperity preachers and teachers in these huge mega churches that value the tithe money over the message of God that they supposedly are to be teaching in church. Thank you, Miami. And they've been promoting this type of mindset and behavior from black women by pandering to black women. In this state, by not holding black women collectively accountable for being fake Christians, for not holding on to the value system of God, for not holding on to the value system that was preached in the gospel, for being spiteful, for being hateful, for being bitter, for not wanting to take no critique and criticism. Because the church collectively has not offered any criticism to black women at all. They've upheld, oh, you a queen. Oh, you know what I'm saying? They've upheld that strong, independent mindset and outlook. Thank you, Big E. To keep black women's money coming. You don't want to upset the demographic that's paying you. Right? Thank you again, Philip J. Said you're 101% correct. I suspect his agenda, but we'll see. Can't jump too fast just because he spoke the obvious. Precisely. See, we're not getting on no bandwagons because what he said was actually real lightweight. It wasn't even heavy. It wasn't even heavy. So we're not even going to take it out of context. That wasn't enough heat to toast a piece of bread. But you still got black women upset about it. And they upset with him. And they'll continue to be upset with preachers like Creflo Dollar. I don't care how you moonwalk back on the foolishness that you've been preaching for the last 10, 15 years. You're going to get pushback from the demographic that put those millions of dollars in your pocket. Because now they feel like, how dare you critique me? I pay you. I put you where you at. This strong, independent money put you where you was at. This mean, masculine, six-figure, I climb the corporate ladder put you where you was at. Because I come here on Sunday morning, or I tune in, or I walk in here and tip in here like a Maltese cat into this mega church to hear you praise me. Because I'm not supposed to be held to no type of standard or accountability. Even though the Most High hold everybody accountable. But I'm not supposed to be held accountable. I'm supposed to be told how much of a black queen I am for making bad decisions. How much of a black queen I am for creating the single mother household that I run. So we're not going to pass out too many chocolate chip cookies to Bishop T.D. Jakes. We're not going to do that. So this is not the stream where we're doing that. Now, he spoke an obvious truth, and that's fine. We can deal with that. Thank you, Celine. Said women don't know what hard preaching is until they've been to IFB churches where the preacher uses words the KJV uses. Celine said, y'all ain't heard the word yet. So we're not gonna give him too many cookies for that. But what we are going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to take it at face value, what he said. We're going to take it at face value today. I want to show you another clip of a black woman's response to what he said. And it's going to be the usual deflections. It's going to be the usual. I read a comment and I shouldn't have read that comment. But we're not going to comment on the comment. I'm going to share a video, and it's going to be the usual deflections and things of that nature. But we're going to really delve into really not even so much T.D. Jakes, but the responses to what he said from Black women. So let me go ahead. I'm going to share this so I can play this clip and get it out of the way. I'm probably going to skip ahead because she's going to play the clip that I just played. Her clip might be a little bit longer, but it's not super important. I want to get to her comment. So the video is short, and it's going to be even shorter because I'm going to fast forward.
And yet here's another reason as to why I stopped going to church.
This breaks all sociological orders of the culture we're living in now. Because we are raising up women to be men. And you are not applauded for your feminities. I know you can buy your pour into bragging to me about how much you don't.
So in other words, Black women, dull your shine and cater to the brokenness of a man and his ego. It is you going out to get what it is that you want that is breaking up our families. It's not the fact that men demean, denigrate, disrespect Black women. It's not the fact that Black men are having babies with women and then leaving the home. It's not the fact that Black men play head games, lie, cheat, and steal. It's none of those things. It's because you decide that you don't want to deal with that. And so you focus on you. That's the reason why the Black family is breaking up. The Black church is full of misogyny. The Black church accepts pedophilic ways. The Black church is judgmental and nasty towards my LGBTQIA brothers and sisters. And I refuse to be a part of it.
Okay, I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay. Because like I said, I do move my microphone so that you can hear things better. You know, I got my points written down, but it's a lot. It's a lot. That response says a lot to me. It says a lot to me. It's a shame that whenever there is a critique, thank you, D, said there it is, the real issue, the alphabet peeps. Thank you so much. It's a shame that any critique from anywhere, from any corner, from any purpose, from any way in which it is spoken, Black women, by and large, cannot, or they refuse refuse to hear what is being said, anything, they will say anything not to have the genuine conversation that will break it down and peel back the layers so that we can get down to the root of the issues, so that we can resolve these issues, so that we can move forward. I'm getting tired, y'all, of black women. Everything is misogyny. When you say something, you know, the God you say you serve holds you accountable. How is it that there's ever an improvement in you if you can't take no critique about nothing, if you can't be told nothing, if you can't be warned about nothing, if you can't be pointed in the right direction, if you can't be guided nowhere? Thank you, the intellect. When there is no structure, when there is no order, when there is no accountability that you should take, there's no way for you to move forward. There's no way for you to improve. See, just because we hold black women accountable doesn't mean that black men aren't being held accountable. But we're not talking about them right now. We're not talking about what black men do and what they not doing right now. I find it to be disheartening and I find it to be sad. The only response, the constant response, the consistent response from black women when we say what's going on with you is you run to the negativity. Well, black men is doing this. Well, black men, what about that? Thank you, Mike Jack said, preach, sister. Thank you so much, Johnny. Everybody give a warm applause for Johnny. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. So I have zero love for hyenas and happily go where male lions are appreciated. Thank you so much for that very generous contribution. I really greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Black Panther, for your contribution, sweetheart. I greatly appreciate yours as well. But this is what we talking about. Every single time we try to have a conversation with you, we can't have it because you don't want to have it. You want to start talking about dull your shine. What is your shine? What is the black woman's shine, though? What's your shine? To execute Order 66 on a consistent basis? Your shine is to do everything. Well, we supposed to dull our shine and not get what we supposed to get because of the brokenness of men. Like, that's what you got out of that? Thank you, Super Mike said, who gonna check us, boo? Uncheckable. That's what they say. Exactly. That's what you got out of that? That black men walk away. All you can talk about is what black men do. Let's assume that every accusation from black women against black men is 100% true. Let's just run with that for a second. Thank you, Aaron. Said they don't worship the Most High. They worship themselves. Thank you, Mike. Mark Horn said Jake's loosed hyenas in 96 in Atlanta for the first time, marking a hyper ascension of the post-A, a different world, living single cultural paradigm shift. Was the first Order 66? Everything is misogyny. Everything is wrong now. When we start to have this conversation with you, Then you want to run into the melodramatic. Then you want to get hypersensitive. Black men blame black women for everything. No, they don't. They just blame you for your part. They just blame you for your part. This is the same question that Auntie Shahrazad Ali asked y'all 30 years ago. What percentage, if any, are black women willing to claim responsibility for the demise and the position of the black community and the destruction of the black community as we are? Ain't nobody blaming you for going to that little raggedy community college of yours. Ain't nobody mad at you for going to get that little $60,000 a year job of yours. Ain't nobody mad at you for that. What we mad at you for is that you stepped on black men and children to get there. That's what we mad about. That you didn't care about the destruction of the family to get there. That's what we mad about. That you threw the black community under the bus that you were supposed to be part of in order to get it. And that you did it with a smile on your face. And then you did it with arrogance. You gave black men and black children your butt to kiss for 70 years. That's why we're angry with you. We don't care about that $30,000 CNA job of yours. We don't care. Thank you, Ed Davey. Thank you, Devon. We ain't cared about none of that. What we care about is your consistent buying into the American nightmare and killing us on the back end of it. That's what we mad about. That's what we keep calling you to the carpet about. That's why the conversation don't go no further, because we can't get past your lack of accountability there. It's time for a commercial. So after this messages, we'll be right back.
This is Norn for A-Game TV, and we're at the A-Game 8th Annual Father and Son Day Carnival. Well, let's talk to some of the fathers out here. Well, here comes a grandfather at least. Can you come over and say a couple of words for A-Game?
Dad, can I have this?
Boy, put that down. You want to talk to me? Whoa, this 28-year-old body sure don't work like it used to.
28? You look more like you're 78.
Dad, can I go in there?
I can't afford that.
Can I have this horse?
Oh, you done broke the merry-go-round.
Dad, can I have this?
Come save me down here today. This boy done took all my energy.
Wow, you really should try A-Game. It's an all-natural solution that's going to give you the energy and pep you need to keep up with that young whippersnapper you got there.
Can I have this?
Oh, who's gonna pay for all this? Hey, can y'all take a two-party out-of-state check?
Here, try some. Wow, that really turned you into a super dad.
Yeah, and with all this energy, I'm really about to enjoy my father's time.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another super dad. This is Norin for A-Game TV signing off. Remember, stay on your A-Game.
Welcome back, everybody. Oh, yeah, I owe you something. Bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button. Bam, bam. You got to, I be owing y'all dance. I'm sorry. I be neglecting y'all dance. You want to come on here and you want to be disingenuous and say black men blame black women for everything. No. But I am going to tell you what we blame you for. Cause it's not just black men. You say the mammies and the pick-me's do it too. So I'm gonna speak for the mammies and the pick-me's, the so-called mammies and the pick-me's. Thank you, Devon said Crimson going hard. I can hear that old song by the Hot Boys. We on fire. Thank you, Devon. Don't nobody blame you for everything, but we do blame you for your part. We blame you for your part in it though, and trust and believe you got a part in it, and we done ignoring that. We done ignoring that. Again, just like Auntie Shahrazad Ali said 30 years ago, we've examined the black man from top to bottom, from side to side, from every angle. We have examined what his shortcomings, his failings as a man. And he got shortcomings and failings as a man. But who we have never examined, we've looked at the institutions of white survivalism. We've looked at all of these external issues that plague the black community. We done looked at what black men have contributed to the downfall of the black community, but we have not examined how black women have contributed. And now that we turn the spotlight to you, you can't take it. But I'm going to tell you what we blame you for. We blame you, number one, for your lack of accountability. We blame you for your stubbornness. We blame you for your hard-headedness. We blame you for your hard-heartedness. We blame you for your stagnation. We blame you for your bitterness. We blame you for your misandry. We blame you for the spitefulness. We blame you for your hatred. We blame you for your negativity. And we blame you for the lack of love that you have. Y'all don't operate in no love at all. Y'all some of the most hateful, spiteful, mean-spirited, hard-hearted group of individuals in this modern day society. You don't approach nobody with love and with care and with empathy and with a heart. You don't approach nobody with that. You the same ones that are sitting in them churches every Sunday. Listen to a preacher talk about what Jesus said, and you don't follow not one precept that Jesus taught. Not one. Jesus didn't operate in hatred. That ain't the Jesus I ever read about. Thank you, Dope Law said, do you believe in polygyny? Do you believe in the Bible? Do you read the Apocrypha? That ain't the Jesus I read about. The God I've ever read about in the Bible and in the Quran operate out of love. Even in the punishment, there was love and mercy. No matter how hard Jesus went, there was always a love and a mercy in it. And he was going hard with them rabbis and stuff like that. He was going hard to paint with them. That's why they didn't like him. That's why they didn't like him. Thank you, Aaron. Said thank you sincerely. That's why they didn't like Jesus. They didn't like him. That's why they, you know what I'm saying, treat him like a rabble rouser and stuff like that. They didn't like him. Because he was telling the truth. And he was holding them accountable. Yeah, the people might be astray, but you help lead them there with your false doctrines and the false interpretation of God's word. And your entry into the lost value system that's the complete opposite of the value system of the God you say you serve. I come here to correct that. You're not going to like what I got to say because I'm not here to pander to you and kiss your butt. but the correction itself was love. I don't care how you felt about it. This is who you say you worship. And you don't operate in none of that. The sad part about it, I found her response sad. Because the manner in which these responses come and the consistency of these kinds of responses tells me that black women as a group they are the epitome of the deaf, dumb, and blind. Thank you, Woodfire. Let's take your time, sis. I approve this message. Thank you, Metho. You are the deaf, the dumb, and the blind. You're the people that the Most High say he set a seal on them. He set a veil over their eyes and over their heart and over their mind so that they cannot see, they cannot hear, they cannot speak. That the truth don't penetrate them. And you remain lost because the truth don't penetrate you. And when the seal is set on you like that, you can't do nothing but follow Shaitan. That's all you can do. All you can do is wander in the wilderness. Blindly. That's all you can do. And no matter who gets your hand to try to lead you out, trying to get you to lead you out. I'm trying to take the blindfold off of you. That's what I'm trying to do. Thank you, Paul the Baptist. Every time somebody try to say, no, you're going the wrong way. You got to go right, not left. You got to go up, not down. You're going to run into that. You're going to... Sister, watch it. I got it. With a blindfold on. With earplugs in. And this is why we can't go any further as a group. You want black men to go out here and do all of this stuff. And this is the problem. You don't recognize your position here. You mad at black men for having these conversations, but they having these conversations with you in order to, because they understand the importance of a healthy family unit. And without that family unit, we cannot achieve any of the things we say we want. Thank you, Hollow Tribe. Says, sister, you grilling right now, smoking. Thank you, Bathing Soul. So you on point today. Keep cooking. Thank you so much. They understand that in order to do anything to achieve any of the goals, no matter which one it is you agree with, to achieve any of the goals as a community, the family unit must be put together. Thank you, Norman, once again. Thank you again, Devon. Says, Sister Crimson, were you fasting today? Because your skin is glowing. The Spirit of Allah moving through you. You have a divine anointing to teach. I wasn't fasting today, but I probably should have. You remind me. I probably should have fasted. You mistake black men's asking you as weakness and begging up behind you because they sniffing up behind you. That is not what this is. Your perception is so backwards. Your perception of the world is so shaitani that you can't see good. You can't see positivity. This is why when we talk about relationships, the first thing you think of is a negative, unhealthy, toxic relationship. You cannot even fathom positivity. You cannot even fathom healthiness. You cannot even fathom God's spirit. You can't even think of it, let alone speak it, let alone act in it. Thank you, Dean Smith. Says, sis, you hotter than fish grease. Thank you, Cisco. This is not cooking. It's a barbecue. Thank you. This is what we're doing. This is a spiritual issue with you. Make no mistake. This is a spiritual issue with you. You're not on the right track because you don't want to be. This is spiritual with you. You lost. That's a spiritual issue. You don't like what he said because you go to church not to get closer to God, but to get your ego stroked. And you had the audacity to talk about men are broken because they want their ego stroked. Well, what that make you? What it make you? You don't go in there Sunday morning to figure out which of the commandments of the Lord you can keep. Because you go in there and you're screwing sister so-and-so man. You're trying to screw the deacon behind his wife back. Thank you, Wayne. Say you moving mountains. Mashallah. You ain't in your Bible trying to figure out how to be better as a human being. Every time we talk about woman, improve yourself, you get to talk about, I ain't trying to do it for no man. What about do it for you? What about do it for your God? What about do it for your Lord? Your Lord. Where is that? You losing the spiritual war. You losing it. Thank you, Kofi. Said pronounce Coffee Cafe. You on fire. Oh, Coffee Cafe. Okay. Thank you so much. You losing the spiritual war, black woman. Y'all don't not even worship the God you say you worship. When you want guidance, you don't get on your knees and ask the Lord for no guidance. You don't open your Bible to seek out what God has said so that you can try to get on the right track. You will burn some sage. You want to go get a tarot reading. You want to go and get these kind of crystals and them kind of stones. All of that is not godly. That is not where God's answers are. We consider that in Islam, all of it sihr, magic, witchcraft. We consider all of that haram. All of that haram. Anytime I play and jest about, yeah, Gemini, that is only for play. Only for play. I do not believe in that. I play and talk about, Gemini twin, blah, 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 blah. But that's not where I get no guidance from. When I want guidance, I go to Allah. You say you Christians. So when you want guidance, you're supposed to be going to God, ain't you? You're supposed to be cracking open that Bible, ain't you? You're supposed to be living your life as closely as possible to what God said you're supposed to live it like. Am I right or wrong? Thank you, 39 Dina. You would rather go somewhere and ring a chime, you know what I'm saying, and all this type of stuff. Do blood work and root work and sex magic on people rather than go and be righteous and hold yourself to the level of accountability that God holds you to. Thank you again, Miss Zahira said, if a Muslim see a psychic, the prayers will not be heard for 40 days. Thank you. Because go to them with your dua since you worshiping them. See, it go deep for us. Anytime we seek help and succor from something other than Allah, that's tantamount to worshiping something other than Allah. We call that minor shirk. So that go deep for us. You're losing the spiritual war. We have been at war. And you losing because you follow each and everything. There's nothing that the shaitan can tell you to do that you won't do. There's no misguidance that he leads you to that you won't follow. And he ain't got no limit. He ain't got no limit. The shaitan ain't got no limit. Thank you, Barry, said Kendra, hot light and sky music right now. Peace be to you, Miss Crimson. The shaitan he ain't got no limitation. It ain't no bottom for him. When it comes to the misguidance, it ain't no level that he won't stoop to misguide you. He'll bring you to the lowest of the low. And you going. That's the problem. That's the problem. You go to any misguidance, and any guidance, you shun it. This is the action of shaitan. This is his essence. Thank you, Royce J. Said that's because they are worshipers of living. Thank you, Mr. Vincenzo. Said cook them heathen 2 times for me in my stuttering voice. Thank you so much. This is what it is with y'all. This is the essence of Satan. This is the essence of the accursed one. That's what we call him in Islam. He's Shaitan al-Rajim. The accursed shaitan. He lives under the lanat of Allah, the curse of Allah. He lives under it. Every day, curses of Allah on him. Every day, we curse him. When we call him Shaitan al-Rajim, we curse him. We seek refuge. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. We seek refuge in Allah from him. Thank you again, Zahira said on the day of judgment, Shaitan will say, it's your fault. He won't even take no accountability for it. This is the essence of Shaitan. He misguide. He do everything, and then he don't take no accountability for it. Thank you, Larry. And this is the essence that black women have picked up. It's no small matter. This is not a small matter. This is why you're hearing the voices pick up and speak up louder and louder and louder. We're not quieting down. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Ed. We're not quieting down. It's not getting lower. It's getting higher. The true writing on the wall is that Shaitan's time is ending. And you're going to be buried with him if you don't step away from him. No such thing as the pendulum swing one way without coming back. God's will and his word and his law cannot be suppressed for long. The truth is never suppressed for long. You want everybody to be quiet so you can move in your shaitani way unobstructed. We can't do it though. Because to allow that means we go down with you. And I'm not going down with you. Because you don't want to be lost by yourself. You want to take everybody with you. That's the problem. See, Shaitan, he didn't want to be cursed by himself. He want to be by himself with this. So let him misguide everybody. He know he can't make it. This is the essence. This is what we talking about. You have adopted the essence of an accursed being. The very mindset of this being. No truth can penetrate. No amount of guidance will guide. No amount of correction will correct. And never do he operate in love. He always, Shaitan always, 100% of the time, operate out of hatred and fear. Hatred and fear. Thank you again, Matrix. Said a prophet, peace be upon him, said it will be more women in hell. You're just a messenger. Keep cooking. Too many of you are heedless. We trying to get you to listen, and you can't. And it's a block on your ears. There's a veil in your mind and in your heart, and it's sad. It's sad to watch it in real time. Thank you, Jason. In real time. It's heartbreaking to watch women who claim intelligence to just not get the simplest concepts. Sometimes it make me speechless. I'm dumbfounded by it because I don't get it. I don't understand. How can no truth penetrate you? No how, nowhere, no time, from no direction. And it's like no situation gives it to you. No situation you go through penetrate the heart so that light can be let in, so that truth can be let in, so that guidance can take place. You're so busy fighting it. And it's heartbreaking. How y'all think y'all getting into heaven with this? How y'all think y'all finna roll with God after you've been rolling with the devil all your life? Well, you think God's stupid? Because that's what it is. That's what it boiled down to. You think God's stupid. This is the ultimate taking the kindness for the weakness. Just because he ain't striking you down with a lightning strike every time you step wrong. Just because those of you who believe it, believe Jesus died for your sins, so you think God's stupid now. And you think that you gonna roll with Shaitan this whole time, and then when you die, suddenly you love the Lord. No. You've been in complete rebellion to the order that God set. Man didn't set that order. Y'all so busy fighting a quote unquote patriarchy. Man didn't set that order. Black men didn't set that order. No man set that order. God set that order. The same one you claim you worship is a patriarchal God. He set the order of him, then man, then you, then children, and you've been fighting it ever since. You let a man-made idea make you fight God's order, and you don't see nothing wrong with that. Thank you, Raymond. We're about 2 generations from being completely broke as a race. I'm talking about wealth. Completely. And we're only about 3, maybe to 4 generations away from being as marginalized as the Native Americans. I want y'all to think on that. We don't got nothing. We not gonna be nothing. We not even gonna be here. The Native Americans are all but extinct because they fell into a trap that they never made it out of. They fell into an American nightmare that they never woke up from. We doing the same thing. We doing the exact same thing. And it will be our extinction. And you will go to it with a smile. That's how ignorant you are. That's how ignorant you are. That's how lost you are. Thank you to Hawk. So thank you, DJ Fishgrease. Spirit is over 9,000. That's what it is. This is why we talking to you, black women, because we know what it means to go down this path. We've seen it. We've seen the end game of it. Native Americans was the end game of that. The trial run. We watched it. We see it right now. When the last time you even saw a Native American? When the last time you even saw a Native American? They used to be here. You got to go on to a reservation to see them. Their culture has been wiped out. All that's left is some casinos, a reservation or 2, and a few Native American rooted names of towns and cities across America. Iroquois County and, all of that type of stuff. Algonquin and all of that. Sioux Falls. Those are the only remnants of them. They was turned against one another and fought each other to death. They were stripped of their value system and given the lost value system, and they never came out. They never came out. Such a rich culture they had. and we got to talk about them in past tense. I need y'all to understand that. I'm sitting here talking about Native Americans in the past tense. Thank you, Black Wizard said, been a while since I tuned in. I remember when you were worried about mixing your spiritual beliefs with your message online. It's good to see you and your power. Keep paving the way. Thank you, Black Wizard. That meant a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you, Jada Light Seeker said, we will be in a museum in the next 100 years. Yeah, there's somebody will be talking about Black Americans in the past tense in 100 years. In any case, we have a petition against Black Lives Matter as an organization for helping us go broke by taking more than $90 million out of the pockets of the Black community, given to them to help them represent us and our needs. And they betray us and backstab us by taking that money and using it for their own personal gain. So we have a petition. It's almost to 4,300 signatures, I do believe. And I'm really asking everyone to sign it. If you sign it already, if you haven't signed it, please sign it. If you have, please go ahead and share it, because it's very important. And if you can, contribute to it as well. The contribution that you give to this petition does not come to me. It's not my money, and I don't have access to it. What the contribution is that it is basically given to change.org in order for them to promote the petition so that there can be more signers from among their members and other people that might be interested in signing such a petition. So that's what that is for. The link to it is in the chat, and it is in the description box as well. So your participation is very appreciated. Today's fire was brought to you by A Game. I was on my A game today. I think I was on my A game today, right? A game, but the A game wasn't for me. I didn't take no pill, right? Because this is only for men, okay? A game is specially formulated to address men's overall health. And it does address his vitality, his energy, his strength, and his libido by addressing his blood flow overall in his body. So if you are looking to get back on track with your health, or you're already on track and you're looking for a boost, you're looking for a boost mentally, you're looking for a boost physically, A Game is gonna help you achieve that boost no matter how you're looking to get it. So in order to get A Game and become a part of the A Game family, all you have to do is click the link at the top of the chat, agameherbal.com, and please do not forget your 10% discount using the code Kendra10, and you can get this box of overall health delivered to you ASAP, okay? And I want to thank everyone for your super, super generous contributions today, for everyone sponsoring the show today. I greatly, greatly appreciate each and every last one of you for coming through. Super chats, cash apps, PayPals, likes, coming in, participation, all of it. Very, very important to me and very special to me. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank my team for their inspiration, for everything that they offer in terms of help and support, because without them, I cannot bring you any of this content at all. So thank you to them. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.